What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, we are going over Solana, as this is kind of an emergency right now. I mean, this is a very critical and crucial moment for the Solana charts. So what we're seeing at the moment from Solana is this continuation to the downside. Over the last 6 to 7 days, or realistically, it's at 10 to 11 days now, time is flying, but we can see that the price has been in this continuous downtrend. But what we are seeing at the moment is the approach of one of the most crucial points of all of Solana's charts, and that is going to be the 50 EMA on the daily charts. This has served as the key level of support to continue us up in our bull runs, and when we lose that level, that has been a sign that some extensive downturn may be on the way. If we go back to the very beginning of this year, we can see something very specific happening. The establishment of support on the 50 EMA. Look to this very first pullback in January to the 50. We continue on. We saw this pullback in March to the 50. We saw this pullback towards April. Where'd it go? To the 50. But look what happened the moment that we lost this 50 EMA. The moment that support failed and we came down below it, you can see that we went into this downtrend for nearly 4 months before eventually recovering that same level. Now, once we did see the bull run continuing for Solana, where did this thing resort back to? The 50 EMA, the 50 EMA. And we are back at the 50 EMA. We are within about, $4 to $5 of that level. The question now becomes, do we hold it or do we not? And that is going to be extremely decisive on where this thing goes over the next few weeks or possibly few months. Now, let me go ahead and say that I do think that we are going to find some support very soon. Let me explain why. First and foremost, we do find ourselves in a descending wedge. Let's go ahead and get that drawn out. Now, what this means is that generally speaking, as we talked about in the last video, we usually break out to the top side of these. As you can see here, we were in a bit of a descending wedge to, back here, eventually seeing that breakout to the top side. As you can see here, again, also, broke to the top side. Even this little mini one here, we broke it to the top side. So generally speaking, these patterns are going to serve as accumulation patterns in which the bulls are buying, the bears are getting tired, and then boom, we see the breakout to the upside. Now, not only that though, one thing we are also seeing is some bullish divergence happening on the charts, which is a very good thing. So of course, what we can see is that we set in this low here. So we set in one low and then we set in this. Well, it doesn't even matter where we set in a low at this point because it's confirmed to be a lower low. And we can see on the charts in this same time frame, we set this low, we came up to set a higher low. So of course, when you see a divergence between the RSI and your charts itself, the price, that is a sign of divergence. And in this case, when we are setting lower lows on the RSI, higher lows on the price, that serves as a bullish divergence. Just going to say that we have more room to move to the upside with the price being even higher. Just simply saying that generally this is a bullish sign. So considering the fact that we are in a bullish pattern on the charts, as well as seeing this bullishness on our indicators, that tells me that there is the possibility of us finding some support here, as well as looking at our VPVR, which is our average volume around these different areas. One thing you can see is we actually are approaching another peak, which kind of just goes to show that this is going to serve as a key level of significance in terms of where buy orders could go in. And last but not least, we can also see that in the short term, this is now our 0.786 to 0.618 zone. We have now entered into our key retracement level, and this is generally where we will find support if the price is going to continue upwards. But if the price is going to continue downwards, we will fall below our short-term 0.786, which would also mean we lost a 50 EMA on the daily, both saying that a continuous move to the downside could be behind it. So we absolutely need to find support here. If support is lost, there's a strong chance that unless the entire market turns around and the entire market starts parabolically growing, that Solana could continue to the downside for even more of an extensive amount of time. This is crucial. We need to find some support realistically above $198. That's the level, that's the number. And if we can hold above that, do look for the move to the upside. Keep an eye on this level. I'm not saying to sell it if we cross down below it, as I do believe Solana will find some momentum. Once the rest of the market starts to really take off, Solana will be a part of it. But in the short term, things could get a little bit bumpy if we lose this key support level. That could lead to some good dollar cost averaging opportunities, but we just need to be aware that that is within the realm of possibilities. So keep a close eye on that. Do not let this slip your mind. Keep an eye on $198 roughly, as that will then let you know a lot of what is going to happen over the next couple days and the next couple weeks. So with that being said, I was of course let you guys know what does happen, and the way in which you can always stay as up to date as possible with Solana and many of your other favorite cryptos is by turning on the notifications when you subscribe to the Tyler Hill Investing channel, and I will see you all next time. Peace.